guys, are you ready to talk about skincare? I'm so excited about this because this has become something that's sort of a passion of mine. And I know that I promised this, so let's get started. I'm going to talk a lot about pH today and why that's important and what you should be looking for and how to look for it. But I know you guys have heard about sulfates, right? That's a big deal right now, huh? So you've heard about sulfates because it's on products in the store saying sulfate free. You've probably heard about it on the news. You've heard about it on Instagram saying, hey, this great product is sulfate free, paraben free, all the things, right? But do you know why sulfate free is important? I didn't for a really, really long time. So sodium lauryl sulfate, I think that's how you say it, is really, really common ingredient in a ton of skincare and hair care products. So you probably have it somewhere in your house. I know that I do, right? Even though I'm trying to avoid it, it's really, really easy to purchase it because what it is basically a foaming agent. So any kind of soaps or shampoos or cleansers or anything that you have that foams most likely has a sulfate in it. We've been trained that foaming means cleaning. Like if I buy something that doesn't foam that's a cleaner, my husband doesn't want to use it. Right? Because in our minds, if it's foaming up like a good dish soap, that means it's clean. But for somebody like me who has eczema, that foaming is really, really hard on my hands. And that is when I started this journey, is when I was looking into things that were good for my skin without going into prescriptions and steroids and all that stuff. Some of this, like, I unknowingly stumbled into because like sulfate free is like a thing, right? You want to be sulfate free. You don't know why, but you do. So today let's talk about why. Sodium lauryl sulfate has a pH generally between 8 and 10. What does that mean? pH, you guys gotta think back to high school when you were in chemistry class. Do you remember? I didn't really remember. pH, okay, it's a scale from 1. So 1 is super acidic, think like battery acid, right? To 14, which is super alkaline, which probably your oven cleaner, that really harsh, nasty, stinky oven cleaner, super alkaline, right? And then 7 is in the middle. That's considered neutral. It's not acidic and it's not alkaline. So 7's right there in the middle. Sodium lauryl sulfate is from 8 to 10. So it's getting pretty high up there on the alkaline scale. Now, what does that mean for your hair and your skin? Well, your hair, your scalp, and your skin, for most people, is around a 5. So if you think about sodium lauryl sulfate being at 10, 7 is neutral, and your skin should be at a 5. Right? So what is that doing? What is that doing if we're using something super alkaline to wash our face that should be acidic? Our face is naturally acidic, and that acid, it's called your acid mantle. It's basically what covers your face and keeps bad things out. So acid is really good at fighting off bacteria. And what does bacteria do? Bacteria gives us acne. Makes our skin inflamed and red and all these things, right? So we don't want that bacteria in our skin. So keeping our skin more acidic is going to be better. Now our skin is really good at bouncing back, right? If we use something super acidic, pretty quickly our skin can bounce back. But if we're washing our face twice a day using something that has a pH of 8 to 10, something that's way more alkaline than our skin is acidic, it's gonna start to break down that acid mantle and get rid of that acid. And soon your face is going to be exposed to all the elements, all the bacteria. It's gonna be exposed to anything like alcohols or anything that's super drying. It's gonna be more exposed to sun damage and aging, you guys. So if you're stripping your skin and it's more on the alkaline side, chances are you're gonna get wrinkles and fine lines quicker. You're more apt to get sun damage being out in the sun. So like pH, pretty important, right? Yeah, it is. We don't want to get old faster than we already are. You might be seeing redness, inflammation, and acne even if you are using acidic cleansers and all that stuff. Because now we see all these commercials, right? For gentle cleansers, non-foaming cleansers, and there's all these serums. There's vitamin C serum. This is an acid. Caffeine cream that I love. Coffee, it's an acid. BHA, beta hydrolic acid. Yeah, whatever it is. BHA acid, right? I use this cleanser and toner system. It has cultured milk serum, lactic acid, sorbic acid. So if I'm using all of those things together, that is a ton of acid on my skin. So my skin might go lower than 5, and I might get some of those same symptoms, the redness, the acne, the problems that I'm having. So I really try and balance those acids and use them one at a time, and only really use them when I need them, right? Because this one is really, really great, and it says to use it twice a day. I never use this twice a day. In fact, I skip days. I love this stuff because it gives me an awesome glowing skin. So I'll use it when my skin is feeling dull, but I'm not gonna use this when I use this because they're all acids. Everything I'm using has some acid in it, and I don't wanna go too low on that pH scale. I'm aiming for right around 5, okay? So how do I know what my products are? I Google it, right? I try and find products that don't have a ton of ingredients. If the ingredients list is super long and it's got all these words that are like, I don't know, 16 to 20 letters, I don't know what that is. So I aim to find products that have a short ingredient list that I can mainly read, because the few that I can't read or pronounce, I can look up and see what they do and see if they're good or bad or whatever. The other thing I do is I look for acids. So like this, I was saying, has lactic acid, sorbic acid, and the other important thing for not drying out your skin is that if it does have fragrance, it's super low, because fragrance generally means that there's alcohol in it and it's drying. So if fragrance is like the last ingredient or the second to last ingredient, I'm generally okay with it. But if you have super sensitive skin, you might want to skip the fragrance altogether. There's some great companies, well, like Paula's Choice. I love Paula's Choice. They have a whole page about the pH of their products. Pretty much all of their products list the pH on their website. It's not on the product itself, but if you go to their website, you can find the pH for most of their products. Drunk Elephant is another one that does that. But if they don't list the pH, you guys know that you can look at the ingredients and look for sulfates. If it has sulfates, skip it. If it's foaming, you want something non-foaming, right? Because sodium lauryl sulfate is a foaming agent. Look for acids. Now you know that 5 is where you want to be. And you know that sodium lauryl sulfate is like way out here, 8 to 10. And you know that acids are good because your face is acidic. So I hope this helps. I hope this is a good starting point for you guys to start getting really super healthy skin.